Ah, home sweet home. So the van is a Ford Transit 2012 plate, rear wheel drive, 2.2 litre diesel. It's done about 120,000 miles on the clock, and it was an ex-Network rail van. So I picked it up for about 3,800. I paid for it, which I thought was okay. I don't really know the price of vans, to be fair, but I felt the stuff that came with it, you know, the electrics and the heater, that saved me a lot of money in the long run also, so I think it was quite a good deal. The overall conversion of it, I spent about, say, £2,500, but that's like everything, you know, new tyres, servicing, solar panel, and just everything else you see in the van. There was a sale on these wooden beams, I think they were about £2.70 each, so it's quite crazy to think that a van is literally built just with a shitload of beams and then you just put stuff on it to make it look good. But I think it's turned out well, and it's been fun to have already. So obviously I've gone for the bed up high with the garage underneath, so I've got so much storage that I don't really know what to do with it yet. I've got my very limited set of tools that I just keep in this basket and foot pump, and in here this is what's housing the batteries. So I've got two 85 amp hour AGM lead acid batteries. They actually came with the van, so that saved me quite a lot of money. And from that I've got 100 watt solar panel installed. In fact, today is the first day of sun in probably about 8 weeks, so it was nice to see some power actually charging up the batteries for once. I've also installed a couple of lights dedicated for the garage area, so I'll always have light as well if it's dark and I need it. What I quite like here is when I show you inside, I've got a third bed, I guess, with the bench. But I didn't want the bench to take up too much space in the van, so I decided to extend the back part into the garage. And I've left this open so I can still use this area as storage. But if there's someone over, I can obviously then clear that away and they've got a full length bench to sleep in. So I guess you should probably run through why the number 4 also. So, my name is Gordon, of course, and since this van is an ex-Network rail van, I thought I'm going to keep it to its roots, and I've called it Gordon the Big Engine, and Gordon the Big Engine from Thomas the Tank Engine, who pulls carriage number 4. So that is the big story behind the 4 here. But come and I'll give you a tour. So I went with the kind of white and brown wooden look. The roof is probably one of my favourite parts of the van. I need to give a shout out to Callum for helping me stain that. But I think that's worked out really well. Didn't know what to do at this part to frame the windows. But yeah, managed to knock up this wee frame and it's turned out quite well. I opened up that storage area to give it just felt a bit more open now, and I've put this cargo net up to secure things. It's also worked perfect for the kitchen roll, which just slides like it's meant to be. This window may look small, however it's perfectly positioned. This is my escape route if any crazed people come after me. It's all in a technique, don't be alarmed, but you can in fact jump through. Should I give a demonstration? Okay, where I was going wrong before was I tried to go head first in, but actually it's foot first, like you're doing a hurdle. Oh. Pretty effective. I wouldn't want to do that in a rush, but it's alright. The tap is another favourite of the van. couple of pieces of copper pipe and then a few elbow joints, and this just for decoration. And yeah, it's turned out quite well. Just again, it's just an easy setup. Wastewater bottle and freshwater tank, and it's just connected by food grade hose to the foot pump. So yeah, and this is just the bin bag as well. Bag for life from Morrison's. Thank you. I don't think any van would be finished without some net bagging, so that's just holding some fruit and veg. That's fine. I think these cups, I think they were £12 from Amazon for 4 of them, all different colours, and they somehow by chance fit perfectly in these IKEA bought shelves. I think they were £3.50 each. A very important shelf in the van, holding all the coffee and tea. So this is the stove. It's just a camping gas stove that I got online. It's, seems pretty good though. It's full size rings, so it can take, you know, normal size pans, which is always quite helpful. I've also added on this little magnet. The magnets are coming in quite handy in the van, just sticking them everywhere and it just holds things. But wow, no risk of falling over. Again, this shelf's just holding your usual pots, pans, the very important mocha pot. Yeah, AeroPress, whatever. So there's so much storage in the van. This is just keeping kind of cozier clothes, towels and whatever. And down here we've got the good trusty porta potty, which is for little business only. It's only for little business at the moment. But I'm quite impressed actually at how effective it is. Just saves you having to get up in the middle of the night and go out to the toilet in the cold, and rain and snow, most likely. So there was a general lack of planning when I was building the van. I kind of just grabbed a few things, started hammering away and putting things together. One of the most evident features of that lack of planning was the bed, which has turned out in the end to be quite successful, but let me show you why. So originally I was going to have the bed crossways, like you've seen in so many YouTube videos, and I thought that was great, until I tried to lie down on it and I realised I don't fit. So I've added on these little notches in the wood and put in this beam. So when it's time for bed, I grab this beam, put that in place. I'm stuck. And then pull out this piece of wood, the bed comfort. And there you are, a full double bed, 140 centimetres, 188 length. Not bad. And the mattress is actually just from IKEA. It's actually a futon mattress. So it had the fold in the back already. So again, somehow it worked out perfect. Another feature which I've copied of course from other people on YouTube is the pull out table. If it pulls out, yeah. What I didn't realise is how hard it is to put table runners on. Like, you actually have to be quite precise in your measurements, which I rarely did. So this is a bit stiff, but in fact it's actually worked in my favour because it means I don't need to have any latches to hold it in place, because it just stays. It's not moved out, it's not come out once. So obviously I'm sitting on this bench at the moment. I didn't want this bench to eat in too much of this space, but I still wanted it to be a functioning, bed position. So I made it so that the bottom of this bench here is open and it goes straight into the garage area. Let me demonstrate. I've actually not slept in this bit yet. My friend has slept here and said it was okay, Probably you wouldn't want to be too fat in this bed, I'll say that, but anyway. There you are. So much room, you can turn a little bit. You could potentially lie on your back, but your arm's falling off. But it's alright. It's actually a really nice view. Do you see that roof? Lucky people. I kept this space open so you can freely get into the garage quite easily, just in case you need to get anything out. So again, I think that was a good decision in the end as well. So this is the kind of electrics panel. I actually left it just the wooden look because I thought it looked quite effective. So I've got up here carbon monoxide detector, smoke detectors, pretty standard in the vans. I've added on the funky LED lights, you know, like any van should. So light wise, I've got a backlight, front light, garage light, and external spotlight. And then here I've got the inverter, 1000 watt inverter, to power up, you know, the UK 240 volt socket. So far everything's worked really well, but touch wood, it continues this way. An absolute gem which came with the van is the Eberspacher diesel heater. I mean, these things are costing, I don't know, £500, £600, £700. So to have that in the van is quite amazing. So that is down here. So the heater was really awkwardly placed. It was like right in the middle of the van. For ages I didn't know how to disguise this and how to actually make it fit in the van. So I've just crafted this false floor, and I've got an outlet here at the front into the main cab, and I've also got one in the back that goes into the garage. That'll dry my wet clothes in the garage, and then also it'll let the heat come up and keep the mattress from getting damp and getting mouldy up there. The chains on the roof aren't some weird addition to the van. They were actually supporting a shelf that I'd had up here. So I've got these two brackets now with nothing on them, because I had the idea I could have like a floating shelf, until I then realised about the bed, and then I had to change the bed position, and then the shelf got in the way. So at the moment I've just got chains hanging on my roof. Don't know, maybe I could hang a few succulents from there or something. I might go with that. One of the best things about the van is you have so much spare time to do stuff. You can just slow it down and take time to make, for example, a lovely cup of coffee, which from a mocha pot is probably the best coffee. I would challenge anyone to disagree with me. Look at that. So total cost then is around £7,000, insurance, van, everything. So maybe quite a lot, might not be quite a lot, but anyway, I've done it now, and now I've got a van, so I'm quite happy. Cool girl. Hope you've all enjoyed the video of the van. I probably haven't done it justice, but I blame the camera person. No, I'm sure it'll be fine. But it's just nice having the ability to just jump in the van, head off anywhere, and you've just got home in the back. You get home in the back of the van. It's very nice.
The M40, big problem, it's closed both ways.